The Selfish Path to Romance. Download Chapter 1 for free at drkenner.com.
Okay, you're dating someone, and suddenly those warm, gushy feelings evaporate, dissipate, gone. What do? Do you continue dating them when yesterday you felt so close to them? And what if you have no clue as to why your feelings evaporated? How do you handle yourself? This is a question from Joe. See how you would handle this. Dear Dr. Kenner, I've had a girlfriend for 3 weeks now, and I've really enjoyed being with her. Here comes the but. But even from the beginning, I've had small doubts. I think this is just something I do to myself when I'm either in or about to be in a relationship with someone. These doubts were not that great until yesterday, when suddenly it feels as though I lost all my feelings for her. And that feeling persists today. I feel something small that happened yesterday made me feel a bit rejected, and maybe that's why I feel this way, or maybe it's something else. Either way, I still want to be with her, and I think my feelings were strong enough not to have suddenly dissolved completely so easily. Okay, he's talking past tense now. His feelings were strong. Based on what little information I've given you, do you suppose this is due to a feeling of rejection? If not, what do you suppose I should do about it? Joe. Joe, this is such a fascinating question for me, because it's not so much the relationship that I'm focused on, it's how you use your mind. How do you deal with such an important choice as choosing your romantic partner, eventually maybe your lifetime partner? That is one of the key decisions on on one hand, that's one of the key decisions you make in life. Your career, whether or not to have a family, what hobbies you enjoy, what friends. Man, a lifetime partner is right up there on that one hand of key decisions. So it's an extremely important choice. And if you do not have a method to go about choosing the right partner, you're going to be at sea. You're going to be just blowing around at sea. The sails, whatever way the wind blows, you'll be feeling. Today I love her, and now I don't love her, and I don't know why. And then you're not going to feel much self-respect, because that I don't know why is going to eat away at you. So going by gut unanalyzed feelings, gut feelings, doesn't cut it. They're fuzzy, they're out of focus, they're vague, they don't inform you as to what to do, how to guide your life, what choices to make, how to understand yourself. So one of the skills is that...
Hey, I got to interrupt this because we've got to pay some bills. 30 seconds, that's it. A very quick ad, and then Alan will be back.
Romance. I wish I knew more about what girls want from a relationship. Boy, I wish I knew more about what I want. Where's that ad I saw? Here it is. The Selfish Path to Romance, a serious romance guidebook. Download Chapter 1 for free at selfishromance.com and buy it at amazon.com. The Selfish Path to Romance. That is interesting.
So one of the skills is that you want to get very specific with yourself. You want the skill of, how do I understand myself? So you can ask yourself, and you started to do this, ask yourself, Joe, am I feeling rejected? Is that the feeling, or is there another feeling? Am I angry with her? Am I feeling guilty? Am I feeling depressed? Maybe it doesn't have anything to do with my girlfriend. Maybe I'm worried about my job. So first, capture the emotions. There's a logical way to do this. We're most immediately in touch with our emotions. But you did mention rejection, so I think that's in the ballpark. And that's the start of introspection. Looking inwards to understand yourself. So you can even ask yourself, what images are crossing my mind? Because maybe an image of a former girlfriend crosses your mind. Go, oh my God, she rejected me too. And I told myself I'd never go through this pain again. So maybe I'm afraid to date. Maybe you project into the future. Oh my God, I don't want to get married because I saw my parents' horrible divorce. horrible, horrible. And I had to live through that, and I don't ever want to do that to myself or my kids. So, man, the closer I get to someone, the scarier it becomes. Maybe those are some of the images that will come to your mind. So then you get the images and the feelings, and you pick the most important feeling, say rejection, and you say, okay, if my rejection could speak, what would it say? You want to get very specific. You want to get the thoughts. What would it say? I can't handle rejection, or maybe you don't like her. Maybe it's not you. Maybe it's not rejection. But you put your feelings into words. And you can do this methodically on a thought record. There's a book, Mind Over Mood. You can go to my website and get that book, drkenner.com, drkenner.com. You try to identify the hot thought, the thought that's driving you buggy. I can't handle rejection, for example. Then look for the evidence for it, the evidence against it. You tie it all together, and you want to explore your own feelings. You want to explore the ambivalence. Why am I feeling this way? Why do I want to stay with her? Why don't I want to stay with her? And maybe you'll learn how to take rejection better too if that ends up being the case. But the bottom line is you will know you.
For more Dr. Kenner podcast, go to drkenner.com and please listen to this ad.
Here's an excerpt from The Selfish Path to Romance by Drs. Kenner and Locke.
Most couples make precious little time for romantic moments. Making a relationship work and keeping the romance alive takes motivation, time planning, and communication. Even small misunderstandings can destroy a romantic moment, and accumulated, festering misunderstandings can destroy your romance. When you are juggling dual careers, work schedules, kids, paying bills, in-law visits, checking email, doing laundry and dishes, and getting daily exercise, how do you find the spare time for romance? Notice a problem with the way this last sentence was phrased. Spare time? What ranking was romance assigned? Where did it come in terms of priorities? It is true that active, productive people have to make time for sex, but intimacy shouldn't be relegated to the category of a spare time activity.
You can download Chapter 1 for free at drkenner.com, and you can buy the book at amazon.com.